Warning, this podcast contains coarse language and graphic content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, this is Jessie.
And April.
And this is Murder and Things, a true crime podcast. How are you?
Marvellous.
I hope everyone's had a wonderful week. I know I have.
It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been exciting.
I'm alive, so, that's what I'm going to take from it.
Yes, and it was a dog, bless you, Ajax.
He really needs to, be more involved in this. If he wants to put his 2 cents in every now and then, I feel like he should be more involved.
Yes.
All right. This week's episode, we were going to do the slave murder torture lady, but I'm going to do that next week. I feel like we should, space out the murders and the torturing and the...
Well, that's fair.
So, we're going to do the Boggo Road Gaol in Brisbane.
Boggo Road Gaol.
Yeah, Boggo Road, mate. Hell yeah. This jail actually is still, it's closed, but they do, ghost tours and stuff like that. So I know that when I go to Brisbane next, I am hitting this place up because I'm going to go. Yeah, it's in Brisbane.
Where? Why the fuck have we never been? We go there often.
Yeah, I know. No, it's at,
I thought it was Sydney.
No, it's Brisbane. It's
Okay.
Bris Vegas.
Where?
It's at the Dutton Park. So I think it's more like Brisbane adjacent, but it's down there.
Okay, but not as south as the Goldie.
No, maybe more inward. Because the jail, when it was built from materials from another prison, and that was near Ipswich.
Oh, that's not creepy at all. Let's just bring the ghost stuff with us from the other town.
Yeah, well, why the hell not? Fuck it, do it. Do you, boo. Whatever.
Yes, fair enough. Okay.
So, jail is located at Dutton Park in Bris Vegas. Mm-hmm. The jail, Boggo Road Gaol, was named, they reckon, after the road it was on because there wasn't actually a road when it was built, in the park. They made one.
It was called Boggo Road.
Yeah.
And that's
Boggy.
about as deep as that shit goes.
Yeah, from what
Fair
I could
enough.
see. Yeah, they kind of was fuck it, let's just totally do that.
Very original.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's just really gross in the wet season.
Well, it could have been until they put proper bitumen down and done shit.
Yeah. The jail opened on the 2nd of July in 1883.
Okay.
And it closed in November of 1989. So it ran for quite a while.
Wow.
That's a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
And it was a maximum security prison. So,
Ooh.
baddies went.
Oh, snap.
So there's a little bit of history. All right. Let's do some history.
Okay. Hit me with the history.
Yeah. Then they reckon, as we know, as we just spoke about the name, they reckon it, they called it after the road it was on, even though there wasn't really a road at the time. But hopefully, I'm pretty sure there is now. I'm going to say yes. The road was later changed in 1903 to Annalee Road.
Okay.
So that's where it is now.
So the Boggo Road Gaol is on Annalee Road.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dutton Park
Okay.
in Bris Vegas.
Right. Dutton or Dunton?
Dunton.
Dunton. D-U-N.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Continue.
Yeah. In 1863, the land on Boggo Road was set aside as a government reserve.
Okay.
Yeah, they're we want this. We're not sure what for, though, but we want this. Finally, it was proclaimed as a jail reserve in 1880. Just took them a small chunk of time, but whatever, to figure out what the fuck they wanted. The first cell block opened, obviously, on the 2nd of July in, 1883. It was built by Robert Potter. I just instantly think of Harry Potter every time I say that name.
Anytime you say the word Potter, you
I
say
know.
it with that terrible British accent.
Potter?
Yes. Yes, you
I said,
do.
we're a wizard, Potter. I said, you're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah. Remember the lizard was called Harry. Why? You're a lizard, Harry. Oh, so bad. It's good. All right, continue.
The first cell block contained 57 cells in it. You know, usually there's like 2 people to a cell, unless you're just really mean and have like 4 or
So
6.
there's like 114 prisoners.
Ish.
Cool beans.
Yeah,
All right.
we're gonna go with that. It was 2. Otherwise, like that's not really a jail. If it's only 57 cells, I don't know.
Well, it depends on how many. I mean, back then that could have been like glam as fuck. I mean,
yeah, true.
you know,
I don't think so though.
they didn't even have a road. Remember that?
Yeah. It was constructed by the materials from the demolished Terrence Jail, Petrie Terrence Jail, which is another jail in Brisbane, more towards the Ipswich area.
I think that shit's inland.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because we're really good at this
I
stuff.
feel it is.
Yeah, because we're really good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, shame on us, especially because it's our country.
Well, I mean, I'm not meant to know every little fucking town around.
Anyway, sorry, peeps. That
Continue.
really shows our education level. So this jail ran from 1860 to 1883, so it was demolished, and then in the July we decided, like, fuck you, we want this. Now, in 1903, there was a new prison that was built. So there was, like, the original prison cell block, and then there was a second one. Now, the second one held the female prisoners. So first cell block was males, second one was females.
Okay.
That was put up in 1903, which later became known as Division 2. So it's Division 1 males, Division 2 females. Yeah, whatever. But that, Division 2 is the only section still standing, and that's where they do all the tours.
Oh.
Yeah, fancy. And in 1993, oh yeah,
Ah, yes, the year that you were born, yeah.
it was listed on the Queensland State Heritage Reserve as historical, no touchy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It'll take that fucking long.
It's going to be like over 100 years old or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, something like that. The pubs uptown are heritage.
Yeah, but how old? Yeah, okay, no, yes, I know that answer. We've looked into it.
Yeah, they're old as fuck.
Yeah, old as fuck is the correct term.
The Division 1 building that was built in 1883 was the scene for 42 hangings. People done fucked up and died there.
Well, like, not like we sentenced you to the deaths.
Oh, yeah, they were sentenced to the deaths.
Okay, but was
there
this
was
like
more.
random, like in the cell blocks?
No, these were like executions.
Oh, okay, so
last words.
where'd they do them? Like, what, where?
There was a gallows there.
Oh.
Yeah. To the gallows.
Right.
Yes. I want to be like, mateys. I don't know.
So much.
It was really hard to not want to watch Pirates of the Caribbean.
I was going to say, I'm feeling very Jack Sparrow here.
Yeah.
I have enough rum behind us to sink a ship, so we'll be right.
Touche. Why is the rum always gone?
It's not if you're here.
It's not.
I have more in a cupboard. Okay, so
yeah, that was it during its time, but the last execution in Queensland was done there in 1913, and it was a man who was the last person, and his name was Ernest Austin.
Okay.
Yes, he was not a nice man, and he comes up later.
Oh.
Once all that shit went down, a third prison was then built on said reserve section. So there's 3, right?
Yeah.
So the third one went around the perimeter of the first one. So the first one was the men's one, Division 1.
The second one was the women's, Division 2.
And then there was the third one, and it was built around the men's one. When the cells, and this happened in like the 60s, once it was completed, Division 1 then got demolished because it was old as fuck.
Okay.
And it needed to be like updated.
Yeah.
All the men went to the new side. Fair enough, you know. And when the original Division 1 got demolished, it left like a really big space, a decent space for like an oval and the rec facilities. They had yard time and things like that. So it was like better, you know. They were more together then.
Okay.
Yeah. The new facility had running water and toilets in all the cells.
Well, that's nice.
I feel yes.
I don't want to shit in a bucket.
Yeah, well,
especially in front of people.
It's kind of what's happening in the second one.
All right. Did the women's get upgraded yet? Oh, okay. Division 2, second class. Fair enough. All right. That's bullshit.
Fucking government and history for women.
There's a whole thing there, but we won't get into that.
I ain't gonna. Nope. Anyway, under the oval, like the new oval, right? There was a room, a space, a hidden area. Could you imagine what this place was called?
My instinct straight away went to, we could grow some good pot there, but I mean, that separate the cocaine, you have the girls in the bikinis with the face masks on.
Pot's grown under.
I'm just instantly going to terrible list of things. But no, what is it, the murder room or something?
No, it quickly.
Is it the morgue?
No, that would be good. No, it quickly became known as the Black Hole, which was that the prisoners were subject to cruel and harsh punishment.
Oh, is this
the torture chamber?
Oh.
To the hole.
What do they call it when you're not allowed to talk to people?
I feel like it starts with an S.
Yeah, it's like you've got to go put him in that now because he's been doing terrible shit, and they basically go into another room and it's by themselves and it's dark.
Yeah. Solitude?
Solitary confinement. Boom.
Man, I was fucking, yep.
That hurt my head.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So was it solitary confinement on steroids?
Sort of. I think it was more like, I'm going to take today's annoyment out on you because you started a fight, so I'm just going to punish you because I can. Oh. And it stayed this way and it continued to be used as this until the late 80s.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, moving on from the black hole. Pretty sure everyone feels like that's.
Wait, how did they still get to it if there's an oval on it and the building's gone?
Well, I'm going to say it's probably like you
say a trapdoor. I want a trapdoor.
Fuck it, trapdoor.
Yes. There's a trapdoor somewhere. All right, that's cool.
So a new women's jail was also built.
They have toilets. We don't know.
The women's jail, so there was, I'm going to say the old women's jail was like, must have got demolished as well. Because there's no like, I've read like at least a dozen different articles now that say half a dozen different things.
Okay.
So I'm going to say
that it got destroyed too.
It got destroyed too. Or people really need to like sort their shit out. But you know what? When we go on the tour, we'll probably be totally corrected because $5, all of this is wrong. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with being wrong with this.
Yes.
So, the new women's jail was also built at this time. The jail was originally designed to cater about 40 male prisoners. And it was sort of designed as like a holding bay to be moved on to the St. Helena Island in Moreton Bay.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, you're going to stay here and then we're going to move you.
Okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's where that one went. But by 1989, there was about 187 male prisoners, and the women's facility side had around about 200 in there. So they were like way overcrowded. And it does not sound like it was a good place to be at the time. Like, ill.
Yeah.
Like, ill.
Okay.
Ill. So, of course, protests. Hunger strikes, rooftop protesting, rioting, the whole shabil. It fucking went down there. All right? It went down. They were pissed off about the poor conditions, the treatment of the prisoners, all of that. And because of this, the prisons, both sides, were always in headlines. Like, it was really bad. And it was notorious around Australia because of this. Now, I just want to, like, casually put this out there. Every time I see or say the word notorious, I think of, obviously, Notorious himself, but then I think of that song. What is it? Was it Nasty Girls with
Notorious.
Yeah. That is instantly what's in my head. Just casually putting it out there.
Oh, I think it was Biggest Smiles. I don't know why. Yeah. Gee, yes, it is the Nasty Girl song.
I thought so. Because I'm like writing it down and I'm like, Notorious. I'm like, God damn it.
Yep.
All right, back to you. The cells in Division 2 didn't have any sanitary station, like anything sanitary, like they had no cleaning stuff and nothing. Now, this is the women's. Okay, nasty. Not okay. All right? And their washing rooms for like laundry and stuff, don't even think about it. It was very lacking. It was nasty. Nasty!
I like that lacking. That's what I'm going to say. You know, when someone's pissing me off, you're very lacking at the moment.
This is lacking.
This conversation is lacking joy for
Oh my
me.
God, this relationship is lacking. Oh, that's so fucked.
Oh,
That'd
my
be
goodness.
so bad. I would drop someone if they said that to me. I'd be like, well, you're lacking.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Yes.
Yeah, there was just, it was lacking. Ew. And prisoners were required to use buckets in the nighttime for toilet breaks and was told to empty them in the morning. Like, ew. I'm sorry, but ew.
Well, now, hold on. Before you do the ill, just remember.
I'm just in it. Ew. Like, no.
Just remember your grandmother used to do that.
Yeah, you know what? She nasty. Okay?
She never did number twos, though.
She nasty. Well, this is like both, all right?
I know.
Ew.
And you rinse it out and it's now your wash bucket. Well, I mean,
You do you, boo, but like, fuck no. I'm good.
suddenly you're just not going to want to eat.
Yeah, no.
You don't
I
wanna-
will go on that hunger strike and I will start a riot because I'm so fucking hungry. I will stab a motherfucker. I will do that now, but it'll be more so.
I wonder how many times people slung their shit at other people because it's in a bucket ready
I know.
waiting.
Suddenly-
I've gone stir crazy and I'm going to
Yeah.
just like paint the walls.
Oh my God, it'll be like Carol on Archer when she like did the artwork in the jail on that season, but it was chocolate. Yeah, like what the fuck?
That's really fucked up. But like seriously, that would be what you'd do. You'd be like to the guard, do the
But, like,
thing or I'm going to
straight
throw
up.
my poo at you.
If you breathe that shit in for too, like literal shit for too long, like it fucks with you.
Yeah.
You get high off of that. It's like walk past and someone sniffing a bucket. I'd be like, bro, get the hose.
Yeah, someone doesn't need a wash. Clean your mind.
Oh
honestly.
my gosh. This
Anyway,
is where,
moving on from weird bucket things.
Yeah, so this is where the Queensland government stepped in and did an inquiry into all the state prisons. All right? So they're like, well, we need to know what's going on because like shit's been going on for way too long.
So who complained enough for them to do it?
I'm just going to say it was in the paper too many times.
Yeah, well, that does it.
You know. And they found Boggo Road was outdated and too messed up, like not good enough for the prisoners and what is required. Like
Not up to,
not up to keeple standard where it should be.
yes.
So yeah. So
They just like
this
shoot
is-
everyone and close it down?
No, they would have moved them on.
Oh.
They're not like what the fuck? Damn.
I mean, you know.
Well,
Who's gonna know?
there's no record of it.
Well, there you go. Oh no, where they got caught fire.
Oh shit.
Well,
They all tried to escape.
at the same time.
At the same time. In this one area.
That's terrible.
We were all getting coffee.
Yeah, every single guard had their lunch break then.
That's so bad.
It is.
This is when they started to shut the jail down.
Okay.
So Division 2 was closed in 1989 and Division 1 was closed in 1992 and then Division 1 was demolished in 1996 and the only thing that's left as far as I know is a small section of C5 and the guard tower. So that's pretty cool. Like,
That's interesting.
hell yeah. I love that all these dates for years are like quite significant. Like 1989 is Nathan's year. 1996 is Small Bears.
Birthmas.
Mm-hmm. Birthmas, that's right.
Yours is 93.
Yours not in here yet. That's special.
I'm older again.
I know. Old lady.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, keep talking. Tell me more terrible things about the jail.
The women's jail was... The women got moved into the newly built one.
Okay.
That was the most recent one. So, like, jail 2 became jail 1, but it was jail 3. Anyway. So that stayed operating until 2000. And then that was demolished in 2006.
Right.
The original Division 2, which was the women's jail to start with, is the only one standing.
Okay.
Yeah. Since 1992, the Division 1 came home was home to the Boggo Road Gaol Museum, which features prisoners related artwork throughout the artifacts, art stuff, documents, history,
bits and pieces.
Yeah,
cool.
All that jazz. And and throughout the 90s, ex-officers conducted guided tours on the site. And then from 2003 onwards, the museum and the tours were operated by the Boggo Road Gaol Historical Society, which is a non-profit corporation that has volunteers, and that's been happening since, which is pretty cool. There's some dedicated mofos. And since December 2012, the jail became a tourist attraction for Queensland with guided ghost tours. And it's now like, and they were conducted by the Boggo Road Gaol Pty, who is now officially licensed to run all the tours and have events there, and similar like other jails in similar places all over the country with ghost tours and stuff like that. It's all that fun stuff. So here's some random shit. First person that got hung there.
Yes.
Was a mofo named James Gardiner, born in Scotland, right? He was born in 1864, hung in 1883 for murdering Ada Gardia in Rockhampton. I'm going to say Mrs. Family member, they have the same last name. Damn.
Snap.
Now here's some fun stuff that we're probably going to dive into later. Just dive on in.
Okay, go.
Ellen Thompson.
Okay.
This bitch. Born in Ireland. In 1846. Hung in 1887. Her crime, murdering her husband, William.
So is she 42, 43?
Something like that.
Yep.
Near Port Douglas.
Oh. It's just up the way. Interesting.
She was the only woman hung in Queensland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There you go. Some history.
Didn't catch all the other crazies.
And then, interesting plot twist. Ready?
No.
Ready? Hold your socks.
Hold it.
They're about to blow off.
Okay. Socks are being held. Go for it.
Okay. So, John Harrison, born 1860 in England, hung 1887. Crime. Also killed William Thompson near Fort Douglas. Oh! Have they blown off?
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm going to say lovers. Twisted Tale. I feel like that's an episode.
And my year is in there, 87.
Oh, yeah.
So it works. Okay, so hang on. Wait. So
that's 100 years earlier, but
shut the fuck up. Doesn't matter.
Vampire.
So Ellen Thompson
and John murdered her hubby, William, near Port Douglas. That's all it's got is near, and I'm like, there are so many places.
Cane Farm.
Well, that's a lot of the area.
Clearly, they didn't do a good enough job because they were found. I mean, back then, you could have chucked him down a fucking mine shaft or fed him to the crocks. You're doing it wrong.
I know, there's so many things. Anyway. So...
yeah, and then be taken all
the way down. Like, damn. That's a case.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of curious because it's close to home, sort of.
Well, you should definitely look into it.
But that's going to happen. And then the last man hung was Ernest Austin, born 1890 in Victoria, Queensland. I mean, oh my God, Victoria,
Queensland. Okay, sure.
Victoria, Australia, oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Okay, hung, obviously, in 1913. He's the last man hung in Queensland, all of that jazz. His crime...
Queensland?
Yes.
So where's Victoria in
That's
this?
where he was born.
Right, I'm with you.
Jeez.
That's what you fucked up. Okay.
Yeah, I done fucked up.
Okay.
I had one job.
Well, yeah. Job.
Okay, so Austin raped and murdered 11-year-old Ivy Mitchell at Cedar Creek Road in Sanford, which is just up a bit from Brisbane. Northish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we've fucking gone past this.
Have we?
Yes, it's near where we did it's near the fucking Princess Alexandra Hospital.
What?
And because we had to go past this to do the news agency training with the golden casket.
Oh, ha ha ha.
And we've driven past it. And there's the mater. Yeah, we've been there.
We've not been to the jail.
Not to the jail, but it's like I could have touched it.
Seriously?
So fucking close.
Here's me thinking it's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
No.
In some dusty dirt road.
There's the airport.
Yeah.
We were all staying here in Fortune Valley.
Gosh. It's right there. Okay, people, it's close.
Yeah, because we stayed when
Brisbane.
we went to the, I want to say, hymn concert.
Yes.
Well, we weren't far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, continuing. I'm going there in April anyway.
Okay, I don't want to know about it.
No, I'm not going there in April because it's going to be scary. No, I'm not going there in April.
That's fine.
I'm waiting for you.
That's right. You better fucking wait. Yeah. So there was over 100 deaths reported. Mainly were, air quotes, natural deaths.
Gravity's natural.
There was quite a bit of suicides, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was the occasional murder.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be jail without it.
True. There was...
Oh, and a side note, the case that I was talking about in good old New Orleans, I wanted to do that one because what year are we in, Jess?
2021.
And where was I going? What year was I going to the Mardi Gras?
Oh, yeah.
It would have literally been, I think, 3 weeks ago. Literally the end of Feb, beginning of March. It would have been, but no. COVID want to stop that. And they still didn't actually do it. They did, they done up houses instead, and you could do your house up like a float, and they organised stuff like that with distancing and shit. Oh. Yeah. Had COVID not been, we would have been to New Zealand already, and then we would have been going, I would have been going to Mardi Gras.
All right, now I found where we're
So that's why I was in.
Well, damn.
So we will do it, but, yeah.
So besides all the suicides, natural causes, and occasional death, murder, of course there was death. And also there was the 42 people that were hung there in Division 1. There was also 4 staff members' deaths there.
Oh.
Whether they were on duty or living on the premises at the time.
Okay.
There's 2 reported of natural causes. 1 was murdered and the 4th has not been reported. They're just saying it. But there's nothing I found. Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about some of the famous people.
Oh, okay. Do I know any of them?
I'm going to say no because I didn't know them. Okay. So obviously there was old mate.
The dude.
Ernest.
Yep.
Good old Ernest. Last one. Then there was Florence McDonald. She died, but she wasn't hung, but she died there.
Okay.
She was the stepmother of the Long Beach Cinderella.
I don't know what that is, but that definitely deserves
that sounds like a case.
a look in.
Then there was Patrick Kenneth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go with that. If I say his last name wrong, I am sorry. He was Australia's last bushranger.
Oh.
I know.
What did he do then? Do we know what he did to be in there?
I think he murdered people. Then, of course, there was good old Ellen.
Well, that's not very savoury.
And then there was Slim.
To none. No, what?
Slim. He was also, which is basically all I have for him.
Because he's just slim.
He's just Slim. But then oh wait, no, here we go. Slim Holiday, but it's Hall, Halli, and then day.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just going to go with it.
All right.
He was the escape artist. He escaped twice from there.
Clearly, they're not locking it properly.
So he was known for that. He was famous for that.
Oh.
Yeah, there's him. Then there's James Richard Flinch and John Andrew Stewart, the Whiskey Bombers.
They sound like fun.
I know. I'm like, that feels like it should be a shot.
Isn't it, though?
I don't know.
What's the bomb ones? Isn't that beer and something in it?
Jaeger bomb?
No. I know what they are very well.
Oh, no, I don't know.
What am I thinking of?
Irish car bomb.
What's the other one?
That's got Guinness in it.
Yeah, no, what's the other one? There's a beer and you put something in, you do like, you chuck your shot in. What's that called?
Firebomb. But that's actually, yeah, that's another one. Anyway, there's a few, but like that's, so, you know, I'm going to go with it. Yeah, so there's them. There's a few others, but they're like the main ones that I kept finding. So I was like, well, I'm just going to put them in. And then I'm like, Whiskey Bomber. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Let's go find out about him then.
Let's talk about ghosts.
Oh, okay. So hang on, what did the Whiskey Bombers bomb?
I don't know. I feel like they've bombed.
Like, are we talking banks, pubs?
Hold up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to find out.
Okay. I want to know this. I want to know what they bombed.
Mad Bomber planned club deaths. What? 10 men and 5 women died when 2 firebombs exploded in the foyer of the Whiskey Go-Go just after 2 a.m.
Ah, okay.
Okay, we don't like them people. They're not fun.
No.
It's a nightclub. Oh, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Very famous nightclub.
Police found huge quantities of grease. It was smeared on the stairs.
Oh, that's
of
fucked
the fire
up.
escape at the back of the club. Oh, what assholes. You deserve to be hung.
Yeah, no, we don't want to be friends with them.
No, fuck them.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's not okay.
No.
Yeah, 1973, 8th of March. 15 people dead. That's why I hate people. No, for real. They're the worst. People are the worst.
All right, tell me about the ghosts.
Okay, let's do ghosts. There's a few different ghost stories, but there's been ghost stories dating back to the 1910s. You know? Many people died within the walls of the prison during its long history, obviously. There's a few ghost tales that have been passed on over the years from cell block sweepers, which were like the lifetimers that were there.
Yeah.
They pretty much had like sole responsibility, making sure everything was nice and neat and tidy and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Passed it on to the new cell, obviously the new inmates and so on and so forth. One of them was old mate Erst himself, which they called him Ernie.
Okay.
It is suggested that he likes to torment the new prisoners at the jail, and there's two different stories. There's one that he was too evil for hell, so the devil's like, get to stepping.
I believe that for a
You're
second.
not on the list. And then the other one is that he made a deal with the devil to collect lots of souls and kill people. So
he was just crazy.
yeah. So they think like before, I'm going to say like before he was hung and everything, that he was a madman. Like he was young too.
Yeah.
Like 20, 21, maybe 23.
Okay.
But anyway, when he did his thing, I'm going to say he was probably like a madman in jail, I reckon. And things just went to shit. And there's reports that he's seen going through walls and strangling and choking other prisoners. And so, like, natural causes.
How does one do that, though?
Because he's a ghost.
But this is after he died.
He's a ghost.
A ghost.
A ghost.
After he died.
Yeah.
Well,
But he was like, I'm going to say he's got to be crazy for them to be like, he was a madman. And,
well, yeah.
And then, okay, so get this right. There was a prankster at the jail.
Oh.
He was one of the guards.
Oh.
Yep, veteran officer, loved to play jokes on the newbies. I feel like this is the kind of shit that I would do considering the history and just because you can. And a good scare is always fun. So he would play jokes and play little games with all the newbies, like running like sheets up walls and stuff in the back of the, you know, the corner of your eye kind of shit.
Yeah.
I could see Dad doing this, right?
Uh-huh.
He got a sheet, put it over him, and rode down on a bike past there.
Yeah, but Dad'd get the sheet caught in the tyres.
He would, and he would face plant. It would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be.
But yeah, so he would, and then he would ride along the same section that the new guards were on.
Oh, that's a dick move.
And, you know, scare the fuck out of them because he can. I found that quite hilarious.
Yes.
Because that is the kind of shit that I would do.
Nice.
Yeah, like, yeah. I love it. I fucking love that. Yeah, that's kind of it. Oh, no, there's not. There's more. So, there's also been reports of seeing a female running up and down the upper levels of the Division 2. Now, people think it's either the head female guard or they think it's Ellen.
Yeah, okay.
Because she was like, you know, oh, I'm going to like, I murder my man.
Fair enough.
But they kind of lean more towards the female, like,
The guard doing the running.
head guard.
Yeah, that makes
running
sense.
around kind of thing. But it's crazy because people have described her to the guides, and there's actually a podcast for this jail called the Boggo Road Gaol podcast, obviously. And they talk about it. They work in the guard, they work there, they do podcasts. I think episode 4 is where they actually talk about like all the hauntings and all that kind of stuff and all the ghost stories. And they were saying in it that the photos of Ellen weren't put up until later, and then when they were finally put up as display, like, because I think there's a book on her and on the jail and all that stuff and all that. Some of the guides hadn't actually seen like a full photo of her, and it was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then there's a photo put up, and they're like, holy shit, it's literally what's been reported by people. And yeah, so it's pretty full on.
There you go.
And then there's obviously the old gallows. They're not there now, but where they were is haunted. People hear screaming and laughing and all that kind of, you know, creepy, eerie shit. And, you know, there's the shadows, people getting touched and grabbed and things in the corner of your eyes. And then people are getting whispers.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. I feel bad for the guides because I could only imagine them getting totally abused by the people being like, stop playing pranks and jokes. Like, that's not funny.
They're like, fuck you, I'm not.
Yeah. And you're like, bro, I'm literally like in front of you. Like, what? Go away.
Yeah.
There's also reports of a 3-legged cat.
Why?
Called Tripod, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Apparently, people have felt him like rub up against their legs.
But where did Tripod come from?
I don't know. I'm guessing he must have just been living there.
Right.
Yeah, rats. I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay.
There was that. His name is Tripod. People have reported hearing him meowing in hallways.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
No, hell no. No, of course not. Like, what's wrong with you? And then, like, feeling like, you know, the presence of a cat. Yeah.
Up against your leg.
Yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
Which I'm just like, you do you, boo.
That's a little creepy.
Yeah. There was you know, with the deaths and stuff in 1904 to 1907, there was like a plague in Brisbane, and it hit the jail pretty bad.
Okay.
So there's a lot of like sick people then. So I can only imagine that place being super haunted because of the amount of deaths. Like over 100 deaths were there reported.
Yeah.
And, you know, having a plague like we're going through a pandemic now, could you imagine back then? In a
there
jail?
would have been so many more deaths. That wouldn't have been. So where are they burying all these people? Have they got mass graves out the back, or is there legit a cemetery with this jail?
Well, there's been nothing attached, but I'm assuming that.
Yeah.
Or they burned them.
Huh.
And they're just like...
I mean, that's efficient, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know, saves room. You know.
As long as it's not the same oven that they do the pizza nights on.
Oh, I fucking hope not. There's also been reports that, and it's also in the podcast as well, that there was a lifetimer that was in charge of keeping, like, their cell block clean. He had put matches where the door for the gallows was in the lining of it, which was like a trapdoor kind of thing. And the only way that, and like, if you open the trapdoor or anything like that, they would come break or get moved. So he would be the last one, go around, make sure all the doors.
They do it on purpose.
He'd put them in there. And then in the mornings, knowing that there's no one, hearing all the commotion, knowing that there's no guards there, everyone is locked up. Yeah. They'd go in the morning and their matches would be broken and moved. And yeah, like that's pretty crazy. And
that's just fucking creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd be like, there was that, and then there was like cold chills and like a greyish woman, greyish, like whitish kind of figure, like woman, which they think is either Ellen or the head female guard lady. But yeah, like it's pretty cool.
Interesting. So like it was like recycled jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. But, yeah, I'll be definitely going to check the place out when I'm down in Brisbane next. Tell the other half, and he's like, hell yeah, we're going. Especially if Edu goes to us. Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
interesting.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Stuff that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be a guide there.
No, like, I think it'd be cool, but, like, I'd still be like, oh, my God, I'm terrified.
I think you'd still be like, don't leave me here.
Yeah, don't. Everyone hold hands. Do you have your exit buddy?
Well, I mean, you know.
Hell yeah.
Everyone needs their exit buddy.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely be like, I'm just so not ready for this if there is something scary.
Well, I absolutely cannot blame any of that on the UFOs as much as I'd like to.
Sadly not. Not this time. Not this time.
That was okay.
So that's this week's episode.
I'm very intrigued by Eileen. Is that what her name is? Ellen Thompson.
Ellen.
The Port Douglas murderer.
Yeah, we're definitely into that one.
That sounds like a crime of passion, if you will.
Yeah, that's what I went down.
Yeah.
When I seen that, I was like, well, that's rather intriguing. And I'm like, and that's an episode.
Well, yeah. That's...
Yeah, Boggo Road. Crazy jail.
I like the sound of it. We should go and visit it.
We are going. Brisbane, we're coming.
And if we're allowed to, you should see when we go if you're allowed to do something.
Do a podcast there, even though they already do one there. They literally do the podcast
Well, why don't you, like, do a meet and greet with them?
Like, what's up, homies? Let's do this shit.
Yeah.
I'm totally down to talk shit in a jail.
Link the thingy in your bio to them and be all...
Oh, yeah, no, I do.
# media slut. I don't know. You know how you...
media slut,
Yeah, you know how, like, you put yourself everywhere? Slut it out. Slut the podcast out.
We're just going to whore it out?
Yeah, whore the podcast out.
Oh, my God, he's whoring again.
There's too many movie references.
Okay. All right, guys. Until next week, hope you guys have another wonderful fucking week and stay out of jail. But go to Boggo's if you're in Vegas.
Yeah, Boggos.
Boggo's, mate.
Jesus. All right.
Bye.
Bye.